guys! I'm Nicole.
I'm Candace.
And welcome back to another episode of Everything Girl.
So today we're going to be doing Therapy Thursdays. So basically we tweeted on Twitter asking about questions about relationships, life, school. So we're going to just read off some questions that we got. So let's get started.
Okay, first question. How do you get over the fear of going to college?
I think college is a necessary thing nowadays. So, and I know it's scary to go into it. I know I was scared because it's kind of like you have to figure out your life. Like, I don't know.
You're an adult now.
Yeah.
You gotta do your own thing.
Yeah, and I know it's really like daunting to take on like registration, getting your classes, like I have to figure out a major, like my life has to be figured out now. And I know that's really scary, like growing up into and being an adult, but it's just, you know, something we have to all do. And maybe you don't have to take it on by yourself, but you can ask relatives or friends or just get help if you need that help, that push to get into college or start the process.
And you are always going to find cool friends and like, it's just a pretty awesome experience. Just knowing new people and instead of having the same people in high school.
Sorry, my dog is walking around and getting his bone, so you might hear him like clacking around. So there he is, just sitting there.
Question number 2. How sexy am I?
Oh, you're
9.5.
Super sexy.
9.5. Okay, question number 3. What can I do to stop being so horny?
You can sing the Pledge of Allegiance, just like that movie in Bubble Boy. I don't know. What a random question, but hey, we're gonna answer it.
What are you gonna do with that big fat butt?
I guess.
How do you get over the fact that I just can't afford college right now?
Well, coming from experience, I didn't go to school in spring because I couldn't afford it. Circumstances happen, life happens, you just can't control it, so I wasn't able to go to school, and it sucked seeing everybody, my friends, move on, and I was just kind of stuck. You honestly just have to suck it up and get over it. I feel like it happens. You're not the only one it happens to, but just suck it up and do something with that time that you're not going to go. I took makeup courses, which is something I've always wanted to do, so I figured, well, now I have the time, I'm going to do it. And I did things that I didn't have time for because I was in school, so I used that time to be productive. Because you're just going to feel more sorry for yourself, I feel, if you just stay at home and do nothing and kind of wallow in your misery. So I feel like being productive in that time is the best way to go, and just reapply, go back next year, you know, try to get financial aid, just do what you can, because definitely don't be discouraged and not go back to school. Go back, and I know it's the worst feeling, like it's just such disappointment in yourself not being able to go back, and it's just, you know, you got to pick yourself up and just do it and go back and be productive with your time is really all I can say.
But I feel like the most important is like it's something that you can't fix.
Yeah.
So it's like don't be sad about it, don't be like depressed or anything. It's like you can't fix it.
Yeah.
You just have to do something else with your time.
Yeah, it's definitely not your fault. Like things happen, life happens, and you can't control those kind of things. Sometimes life doesn't go the way you expect, and you just gotta roll through the punches, basically.
Okay, next question. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
I bite them personally, so I don't know.
I'm not too sure. Okay, next question.
You need some water?
Thirsty. When a girl wants you to give her space, but then you do, she gets angry. What should I do? Well, that's kind of difficult. I don't know. I feel like at that point, that girl's just playing games, and you should kind of get over it, because I feel like games are just before a relationship starts, before anything. Like, after you go on like, a couple of dates, like, those games shouldn't be played anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the games are just to catch someone, and then after that, like, what is it for, you know?
Yeah, that's true. This girl's, like, running around in circles. Like, I don't think you should give her the time of day. She obviously she's not looking to be serious,
Yeah.
or at least that's
that's
not someone I'd want to waste my time on. And yeah, I mean, I don't really have relationship advice. I shouldn't be giving it. I have like the worst relationship. I don't do commitment, so that's my own thing.
I just feel like you should just get over it, or you should just confront her and be like, so are we gonna do this or not? Because I'm not gonna waste my time with you, and just get over it.
I agree. Be direct. Be like, what do you want? That's it. Because I learned in personal experience that you just need to be direct and like say what you want, because then things get misread and miscommunication, and just everything goes south. And
it'll sink like the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do I beat a hangover?
Oh, big tip that I learned in college. What I learned in college. So
not even in a class.
Not even class. This is real life. I found the best way to help hangovers was after a night of drinking, I would always keep lemon or lime Gatorade, the yellow Gatorade, next to my bed, and I'd drink a whole one, room temperature, right before I went to bed. In the morning, I'd wake up feeling totally fine and no hangover, no nothing. And I think it's the whole, like, alcohol makes you dehydrated, so Gatorade rehydrates you, and that's why you don't get that yucky feeling in the morning. But that's what I think works, and it worked for me, so.
I just get headaches, so.
Advil.
Yeah, Advil.
And water.
My parents just got separated. How do I deal with it?
Well, as the children from
separated parents.
Yeah. How do I answer this? That's like a whole big.
Yeah. That's really difficult because my parents got divorced when I was a year old, so I kind of grew up with my parents being separated, and it wasn't really difficult until like I got to high school and I started needing like things for like for fundraisers and stuff. They were always like, oh well, I did that last time, and like it was just hard separating or like dividing things equally because they would both say like, oh well, I already did that. So it's kind of like just gotta go with it. Like it's gonna be hard sometimes because especially them two, sometimes they just don't get along. Sometimes they do and you're lucky, but it's just you gotta go with the flow.
Yeah. My experience was my parents separated my first year of college, which was tough because you're already going through a huge transition, you know, high school, college. So having my parents split up was kind of hard on me. I didn't do well in my classes. But in the end, I feel it was better because growing up, my parents argued so bad. Like, they had the worst fights, and that's things I remember from my childhood is my parents fighting. So, you know, them deciding to separate, I thought was a good thing because my parents are good, but they're just not good together. I think now they're able to grow. As cheesy as that sounds, they're able to grow into better people, and they are just definitely better separated. My mom likes different things and she has different interests, and so does my dad, so now they kind of get to concentrate and live their own lives happier. Yeah, I think in the end it's a little bit better for them. There are some difficulties like, oh well, what holidays do we spend together, you know, like do I spend Thanksgiving with you and do I spend Christmas with you, so that's always kind of hard, hurting one parent's feelings, like, okay, well I'm going to go over there, but I'll be over here. Like, it's always hard to hurt their feelings, and I feel like I have to walk on eggshells, and that sucks, but you just have to talk to them, and I think communication.
Yeah, communication. And just know that you can't please both of them at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna make you feel the worst. Like, that's gonna be the hardest thing, but you just have to know you cannot, like, make them both happy at the same time.
Yeah, and do not feel bad about it. Like, their problems are not because of you or any of that, so. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that.
Okay, last question. Describe your perfect date.
I've never been on a perfect date, so.
Well, personally, I am in love with Disneyland. So take me to Disneyland.
So I know it's real.
Yeah.
If you can afford to take me to, I mean, I have a pass, but if you are willing to spend that money to take me to Disneyland, like, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's more of a date that you guys are already dating. Yeah, that would be a perfect date for me. But at the same time, I feel like there's that thing where, like, what if the relationship doesn't work out and you have bad memories?
That's
like, going
true.
to Disneyland. Like, I'm always scared to take someone I really care for to Disneyland or somewhere special, because then it's like tainted. Like you can't go there anymore if it goes south. But other than that, like, take me to something I've never done before. Like,
new adventures together.
Yeah,
something new.
You know, like, and it doesn't have to be expensive either. Like, it could be something as simple as going to a drive-in theater. That's something. Well, I've done that once, but you know, things like that, or trying out a new restaurant, like completely different, like Indian food, or something just different and new and exciting, and doesn't have to be expensive is the way to go. You know?
Oh yeah.
Just being creative, and going to a dinner and movie is something you do all the time, so it's not very something memorable. But
I feel like even just like something not as memorable, like just staying home and watching Netflix, just making it special, like getting me my favorite like food or my favorite snack, and just like something special that you know will make me happy, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel it's the little things most of the time. It's just the little things that you do, even if it's just staying home.
Yeah, a special little touch that you do.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the conclusion of our first Therapy Thursday.
Yeah, so if you have any other questions that we didn't get, sorry, my dog is right here. If you had any questions we didn't answer, you can comment below and we'll try to answer as best as we could. Make sure to tweet us or direct message us or whatever.
Comment down below.
Yeah, and then we'll try to get to it in our next video. And follow our Instagram, Twitter links. Check them out below. And that's pretty much it. We don't have anything else.
See you guys later.
Yeah. Bye.